In this example, we will try to put some jQuery UI from this website, jqueryui.com. We take some of the samples. For example, here is animation. We will put it in our Bootstrap file. So previously we have 3 files in our Bootstrap website. We have 3 links: home, project, gallery. So we'll try to insert one of these jQuery from the sample provided by the official release jqueryui.com. Okay, if you look at the sample, this is the output, a simple animation built by jQuery. It's not interesting, but the main important part is we learn how to put the jQuery into our pages. First, we have to identify what are the requirements. First, we need to place this particular script and the link to the script in the head area. So from line 7, right after the title, until line 37, right before the end of heading, I will copy that and I will put it in the source code of one of my Bootstrap pages in the corresponding position, which is right after the title. Okay, anything in between the head. So if your code is gray, you can't edit it because those are not editable because we are using template. So I suggest you to place the code right after the title. So I put some blank lines and paste the codes from the animate source code. We put it in our Dreamweaver source code. Okay, so it will be placed right after the title. Next, in the body part, we need to put the code for the body. Okay, so these are from line 41 to 50. I will copy that and put it anywhere between your content. So our content is in the editable region. Okay, so I will place it right after my poster. You can only put it in the editable region. So here we got begin editable. Okay, so you can put it here. I will put it at the end of my editable region, just before the close of instant and editable. I will paste it there. Okay, so you will see the visual somewhere here. Okay, let's save and publish preview F12. Okay, so we run it. This is our Bootstrap. We have added this. Okay, so next we will upload this website to a web host. We will try another one, which is visual enhancement. This one will display gallery of your photo. If you click, there will be slider and back to thumbnail. So this one we can easily implement it by using a tool from fancyapps.com. If you go to fancyapps.com, we have the newer version of the fancy box. You go to React, there will be a demo link somewhere here. If you click on the demo link, it will provide you with a live editable version of the code. So if you can go through the code, it requires the JavaScript. Okay, there are a few ways of installing the fancy apps into your pages. The first method is using npm. You have to install node.js if you want to use npm with the command line version. Next, we have the CDN. We'll use this method. This is preferable because if you see the CDN, it's just a link to a file hosted in the CDN server. Okay, the file is fancybox.css coming from a CDN server. Let's see the demo. Okay, so this will pop up the sandbox for you to try the output. You can go to this test URL, or you can play around with the code and modify it. Okay, so we will try to insert this into our pages. In your Dreamweaver, you choose one of your file in your Bootstrap. Currently, I already placed the fancy app component here. Okay, I will demonstrate again. I will use another file. This one I will put in index. Okay, from the code sandbox, make sure we are viewing the index file. To access it, you just choose the CDN version and click on the demo link. Okay, from the demo link, we can go through the code. So the CDN is referred in the head. So you copy line 7 to 10, that will be the link to the CSS. Okay, so you will place it in index.html right after your title. I will paste it there. Next, you'll see the body part. It's from P to P. It consists of 3 images online. Then at the end, just before the close of the body, there is another script linked to a CDN server. So that will be placed under one of your editable region. Here I got my homepage editable region is here. So I go to the code view and just locate where I can place it. So I put just before the end editable, above it I paste the code. Okay, so you can get the design appearing on your canvas. Save, and then preview F12. Okay, so currently this is executed by using CSS Online. Now to modify the images, you click here. There are 2 images that you need to supply. One is the thumbnail and the other one is the larger version of the image. Once you click the thumbnail, you should get a larger version displayed onto your screen. So to modify the thumbnail, you just click here, properties, and choose any files that you have. Okay, here for example, the thumbnail is changing. Then if the user click the thumbnail, what do you want to display? You have to change it in the code. Okay, here is the file. 1024 times 768, a big file. So if you don't have a big file, find a big file, then put it inside your directory, which is here. Let's say you place it in images. You have to choose something large. Okay. For example, I want to link to this file, mmulogo.jpg. If the file name is too complicated, you should rename the file so that you won't make mistake if you want to link to a larger version. So if the file is located inside your site, then you can link it properly. Okay, so here I will link to a file in images, and then the name is mmu_logo.jpg. So I will replace this. Then I put images and then slash mmu underscore logo dot jpg. Okay, save and preview. Okay, so MMU logo appear correctly. If it doesn't appear correctly, then you have to check whether the file is properly placed in the folder images or not, and the file name is correctly spelled or not. Okay, once you are done, we can save. We are going to upload this folder C class web 2 to web hosting. To prove this is your work, maybe the requirement is you should put your photo in one of the items here. So I will put a thumbnail of myself. Okay, once the user click this thumbnail, it will open the larger version. Okay, I will edit this. Make sure you place all your files in the folder. Mine is under images slash imran.jpg. Okay. Then we hit F12 and look whether it display correctly or not. Okay, correct. Done. Okay, save. Next, we will upload. To upload your files, you can look for free web hosting. Here I'm using 000 web host. Register yourself. One of the tools here, we have file manager. So in the file manager, we are going to upload the whole folder, which contain your CSS images, JavaScript, and your HTML files online. So you go to your web hosting, find the file manager, upload files. Usually there is a folder called public_html. The problem with free web hosting is it's slow. So you have to be very patient unless you already have a paid version web hosting, then use the paid version. But for this class, maybe the free one is good enough. Okay, so you go inside the folder public_html. Usually that is the folder that you should use. If you have other files, maybe you already installed WordPress, you'll see your other files here. Okay, I will upload my file. My folder is web2. Make sure there are no spaces, no special characters, no symbol. If you want to rename your files, don't rename it here, rename using the file manager here. So go to window, files, do all the renaming here. It will update the link. Okay, so if you rename it outside, your link is broken. For example, here, if I want to rename imran sm.jpg, I should rename it here. For example, I want to change this to small. Okay, it will ask for updating. Update link in the following files, update. So if you want to rename anything, it should be done here in the Dreamweaver. Don't rename it using Windows Explorer. Next, I will upload the whole directory to my web host. This is the free one. It will be uploaded to public HTML, the whole folder, 1.6 meg upload. Okay, so you have to wait And once you are done, we'll open the URL, submit the URL to the assignment section. Okay, to check your website, go to My Sites, and then here's your website, view site. Okay, this is my current site. I installed WordPress. So your correct address is slash the folder name that you uploaded. In my case, it's web number 2. So I have to add the folder name web 2, then I should see my website. Okay, if you already finished uploading everything, so here in my public HTML, I have successfully uploaded everything. Web 2 is already here. So I can open my URL, add the extension web 2. I should be able to see everything in the online version. If it's incorrect, like broken images here, you should double check what is the problem. Yeah, so here we have a broken image. You should inspect and see. Maybe just now I have renamed the file name imran underscore sm. Okay, but I did not save in Dreamweaver. Whenever you link your file, okay, here I have not saved it. You see index star, index HTML star means it's not saved yet. So I should close and it will ask you to save. Yes. Just now I did not save. So if you want to fix broken images, usually we right click and find out what's the problem. The problem is the code is still referring to the old file. So to fix that, you can either rename your file or upload the updated version of the index.html. So make sure there's no broken images in your site. Okay, in my case, all I have to do is go inside web 2, then re-upload the file that I have updated. Okay, so recently I updated this file, index.html 3.39, the most recent version. So all I have to do is, if I made an update, I don't have to upload the whole folder, but I update or upload the updated files only. So I drag and drop. Do you want to upload? Yes. To replace with the recent version. Okay, then if you reload, hopefully this is fixed. Okay, so make sure there's no broken images in your site. So the requirement for this assignment is it must be hosted online, must be created by Bootstrap. Your image must be somewhere in the slider or carousel or whatever you call it. This is made by the fancy tool, fancy box. Yeah, so this one must be in your website, and in one of the pages you have to put some animation or any other effect from the jquery.com samples. Okay, and just submit this URL.